Your breath operates as the most underutilized creative force in human existence. Yet most people waste 23,000 opportunities daily to consciously shape their reality. The HeartMath Institute reveals why positive thinking fails while ancient wisdom traditions understood breath as the bridge between quantum possibility and physical manifestation. Every unconscious breath broadcasts your internal chaos through an electromagnetic field extending 8 feet around your body. When you rush through meetings replaying conversations or lie in bed feeling frustrated, you're transmitting that frequency to everyone nearby. This explains why circumstances keep reflecting your inner turmoil despite endless personal development efforts. The moment you entered this world, you didn't think your way into existence. Your soul's first act was an inhale, establishing breath as the fundamental creative mechanism. Ancient cultures recognized this truth through Sanskrit prana and Hebrew ruach, understanding breath as the sacred thread connecting seen and unseen worlds. Mechanical breathing keeps your body alive while leaving your spirit starving. Sacred breathing transforms you from passive recipient to active creator of reality. Every emotion, decision, and moment of clarity carries a specific breathing pattern. Anxiety creates fast, shallow breath while peace naturally deepens and slows your rhythm. Your breath creates your state rather than merely reflecting it. The difference lies in awareness. Mechanical breathing happens to you automatically. Sacred breathing happens through you with conscious participation in the conversation between your inner world and the quantum field surrounding you. When you breathe with intention and presence, you stop being swept by circumstances and start programming reality from within. Most people believe they control their thoughts while actually remaining their prisoner. The internal chatter begins immediately upon waking, assuming this mental voice represents your true identity. Yet if you can observe thoughts coming and going, you cannot be those thoughts. You are the awareness watching them flow like a river while you sit unchanging on the riverbank. Ancient traditions used the metaphor of sky and clouds. Thoughts pass across the vast expanse of consciousness like weather patterns, some dark and stormy, others light and hopeful. The sky itself remains undisturbed whether conditions are clear or chaotic. This observer consciousness represents your true nature, unchanged since childhood and constant until your final breath. Your ego mind creates elaborate stories about identity, constantly commenting on past events and generating anxiety about future scenarios. The observer lives only in this eternal moment where real power resides. When you identify more with awareness than mental chatter, you stop being reactive and become responsive, watching emotions arise while choosing how to respond. Breath anchors you to observer consciousness. Every return to breathing awareness brings you home to your authentic self, stepping out of thought drama into pure awareness. This isn't merely spiritual concept but quantum mechanics in action. The observer effect in physics demonstrates that observation literally changes reality. Becoming the conscious observer of your inner world grants power to influence and shape your outer experience. Hidden in the gap between breaths exists a 0.3-second window where you can literally reprogram reality. Those moments when time seems suspended weren't accidents but glimpses of what becomes possible when you slip into the space between thoughts, heartbeats, and breaths. In that quantum pause, you touched something eternal beyond ordinary time's flow. Ancient Egyptian initiates called this dwelling in the silence of Ra, where the sun god rested between breaths of creation. These sacred gaps aren't empty spaces but doorways to infinite possibility. Your breath creates the same sacred rhythm, and in the quantum pause, mental commentary falls away while pure intention crystallizes. Think of this pause as creation's womb itself. Just as children grow in dark, quiet maternal space, your dreams and intentions need sacred darkness to take shape. Ancient mystics called it the eye of the needle through which infinite possibilities must pass to become reality. Most people rush past these moments, breathing quickly and thinking constantly, but learning to rest in the pause reveals where true power lives. Your body operates as a living temple, built not with stone and mortar but through breath and awareness. Ancient Egyptians mapped the human body as consciousness chambers, understanding that breath unlocked each room while revealing divine presence alongside stored stories, traumas, and patterns held in bodily wisdom. Certain body areas may feel tight or constricted as you breathe more consciously. Shoulders might carry responsibility shouldered for years. Your chest might feel armored, protecting a heart that learned to close after betrayal. Your stomach might hold anxiety knots about the future. These aren't merely physical sensations but biographical records. Your body keeps score of your life, storing emotional residue from every experience. Each conscious breath performs gentle renovation on your inner temple, clearing debris, opening blocked passageways, and restoring natural energy flow. As you breathe into your chest, you visit the heart chamber containing love, connection, and emotional wisdom. Breathing into your belly enters the power and intuition chamber where deepest knowing resides. Your electromagnetic field extends 8 feet from your body, unconsciously influencing everyone within reach. HeartMath research proves your heart generates a field that changes dramatically based on breathing patterns. Chaotic, shallow, stressed breathing broadcasts that chaos to others, while coherent, deep, intentional breathing becomes a harmony source others actually feel. Consider your breath field like a still lake surface. Anxious breathing resembles frantic splashing, creating waves and ripples disturbing everything nearby. Peaceful breathing makes you like a mountain perfectly reflected on calm water, still, grounded, and magnetically peaceful. We constantly transmit internal states through breathing rhythm and quality while others receive these signals unconsciously. Children remain especially sensitive to these fields, having not yet learned to override natural intuition. They respond immediately to broadcasted energy. When parents breathe with stress and anxiety, children often become restless without understanding why. When parents take conscious breaths and settle into center, children calm naturally as if by magic. This field effect extends to every interaction. Breathing consciously before difficult conversations creates energetic containers that can hold whatever needs emerging. Walking into workplaces centered in breath subtly influences entire atmospheres, making creativity and collaboration flow more easily. Understanding your breath field reveals our profound interconnectedness as part of a vast consciousness web. The most successful people throughout history mastered accessing infinite power through absolute stillness. The quantum field responds to alignment rather than effort, caring about frequency, coherence, and being state rather than to-do lists or 5-year plans. The most coherent state of all is dynamic stillness resembling a mountain's power. Mountains appear completely still yet remain tremendously powerful. They don't struggle against storms but allow them to pass. They don't chase sunsets but simply receive light. Rivers flow around them, seasons change upon them, yet they remain centered in their own presence. This stillness moves worlds. When you breathe into mountain-like stillness, reality begins rearranging itself around you instead of against you. Opportunities you could never force appear naturally. People who can help cross your path at perfect moments. Solutions to wrestling problems suddenly become obvious. This isn't magic but physics operating through clear frequency signals. The field responds to coherence clarity by organizing circumstances matching your state. Consider a hurricane's eye where perfect calm exists while destruction and chaos swirl in every direction. From that center, the entire storm system organizes itself. You can cultivate this same organizing stillness within yourself. Control attempts manipulating external circumstances to match internal desires while alignment allows internal coherence to magnetize external harmony. Control exhausts because you fight against life's natural flow. Alignment proves effortless because you cooperate with it. Through conscious breathing, quantum pauses, and full inner temple inhabitation, you don't make things happen but allow things to happen through you. True stillness pulses with incredible aliveness and awareness like a master archer's focus just before releasing the arrow. Completely focused, present, and ready for whatever emerges. From this place, actions become effortless and effective because they arise from alignment rather than effort. The electromagnetic field generated by your conscious breathing extends far beyond the documented 8-foot radius. Recent quantum field research suggests that coherent heart rhythms create measurable effects at distances previously considered impossible. When you establish the mountain-like stillness we've explored, you become a node in the global consciousness network, contributing to what scientists are beginning to recognize as morphic resonance. This phenomenon explains why breakthrough discoveries often occur simultaneously across the globe to researchers who have never communicated. When one person achieves a new level of consciousness through sacred breathing practices, they create a pathway that makes similar breakthroughs easier for others. Your individual practice ripples through the collective field, making awakening more accessible for countless others. The ancient mystery schools understood this principle intimately. Egyptian, Tibetan, and Mayan initiates weren't simply pursuing personal enlightenment but consciously contributing to humanity's evolutionary trajectory. Each practitioner who mastered the sacred breath protocols became a transmission point for elevated consciousness, helping lift the entire species toward greater awareness. Modern neuroscience validates these ancient insights through studies of neuroplasticity and collective unconscious patterns. When you consistently practice conscious breathing, you literally rewire your brain's default neural networks. These new patterns become available to others through quantum entanglement effects that operate beyond conventional spacetime limitations. The practical implications transform every aspect of human interaction. Business meetings conducted by individuals anchored in sacred breathing naturally achieve more creative solutions. Families guided by parents who maintain breath awareness experience deeper harmony and understanding. Educational environments influenced by teachers rooted in conscious breathing foster accelerated learning and emotional intelligence development. Even your relationship with technology shifts when approached from this centered state. Instead of allowing devices to fragment your attention and corrupt your breathing patterns, you can use them as mindfulness bells, returning to conscious breath each time you receive notifications. The electromagnetic fields generated by electronic devices become less disruptive when met by the coherent field of intentional breathing. Your dreams begin reflecting this shift as the quantum pause extends into sleep states. Many practitioners report accessing higher dimensional teachings during dream time, receiving guidance for implementing sacred breathing principles more fully in waking life. The boundary between conscious and unconscious states dissolves as breath awareness penetrates all levels of existence. The revolutionary aspect lies not in complexity but in simplicity. While the world promotes increasingly sophisticated solutions to human suffering, the most profound transformation available requires nothing more than remembering how to breathe as you did in your first moment of life. This remembering activates dormant capacities within your system, abilities that remain latent until conscious breathing awakens them. Your voice changes when anchored in sacred breath, carrying harmonics that penetrate deeper levels of listening in others. Your presence develops magnetic qualities that draw opportunities and relationships aligned with your highest purpose. Your decision-making becomes effortless as you access intuitive wisdom that surpasses logical analysis. The breath becomes your most reliable guide through the complexities of modern existence. In moments of uncertainty, 3 conscious inhales restore clarity. During emotional overwhelm, resting in the quantum pause provides immediate sanctuary. When facing difficult decisions, breathing into your inner temple reveals solutions that serve everyone involved. This practice establishes you as a stabilizing force in an increasingly chaotic world. Your coherent field provides refuge for others caught in reactive patterns. Your centered presence offers proof that peace remains possible regardless of external circumstances. Your commitment to conscious breathing demonstrates that individual transformation directly serves collective healing.